Hello friends, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my project pan intro for 2025. This is going to be a little bit different from my traditional project pans. I'm usually pretty laxed in terms of like marking stuff and updating and whatnot, but this year I really want to get a little bit stricter. I don't know if that's the right word, or serious, but I really just want to take it a little bit more seriously this year. So I'm actually going to be tracking usage and weights on all of the products except for two, which when I get to there, I'm going to ask you guys if you still want me to track the weights or not, because they're products that are very easily visible progress wise. So I'm going to be tracking usage and I'm going to be tracking weights. I'm still going to be updating this every 4 to 6 weeks, just depending on time and progress. But I want to be more mindful also to be rotating in products that are not only in it for the long haul, but rotating in those products that are kind of like gimme products. I feel like those are usually a pretty big indicator for success in a project pan, having those gimme products to keep you motivated. So I want to treat this as a rolling style, whereas there are going to be products coming in and going, which you'll see why, because even though I have sort of a large list of products starting out this project pan, there are a handful of others that I'm already like, I'm rotating this in as soon as we're done with this. I really want this to be a big year for finishing up older products and products that are almost done, as well as just minimal consumption. And I think that really honing in on a project pan is going to help that. I'm also doing a project shop my stash. If that video goes up before this one, I'll make sure to link it. Go over there and check it out. It has details to like my beauty budget and what my plan is for the year to minimize overconsumption. So don't forget to check that out as well. But yeah, basically welcome. If you are someone who's looking to be motivated by using what you have and not overspending on new beauty products, then this might be the channel for you. So please consider subscribing. And of course, before we get into it, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help my channel, and I don't want you to forget at the end. So if you could just go ahead and I would appreciate it. Also, last thing, and then I swear we're getting into it. This is the intro, so I'm a little bit more chatty for the beginning of the year. But if you do like project panning videos, I will link my project pan playlist below. This has all my project panning videos prior to 2025. And then for the 2025 project pan, I will start a new playlist. But if you want to watch something in the meantime before my next update, I will link that as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it, you guys. All right, my boyfriend let me borrow his phone so I can more easily see to make sure I have the products, and then we can also talk about the weights of the products, which I think is just going to be helpful. I will insert the pictures over here of what the product weight is, and then also just like what it's looking like in general. So the first product that I am going to be rotating in for, starting with, what am I talking about, is the Chanel Revitalizing Foundation. This product is just, it doesn't meet my personal preferences, and I'm wearing it today. It's a good shade for me right now, but it's one I would really like to see roll out of my collection by like springtime / summer. So it's one I really want to heavily focus on moving out of my collection, just because I have others that I enjoy a lot more. I don't think this is a bad product. I just think that, like I said, it doesn't meet my preferences, and I would really just like to see it used up. It's a super expensive product, so I want to use it. The starting weight for this, I did all of this in, what did I do this in? I think I did it in ounces. Let me check. Yes, I did all of this in ounces because I do have some heavier weighted products in here that you'll see. And also this goes to the 3rd decimal, so I still feel like we'll be able to see progress because it breaks it down enough. But the starting weight for the Chanel foundation is 3.227. And I will insert a chart at the end showcasing how I'm going to be tracking this and kind of go over that a little bit as well. But yes, so Chanel foundation is rotating in at that weight. As I'm filming this, I have already used it twice, and I will update that usage every time you guys see this product. So yes, product number 1. Another product from Chanel, this is one that if you watched my project pan before, you knew would be rotating in, is the Chanel Laneige bronzer. I have the second shade, I believe. It's 390 Tan Bronze. This is the oldest bronzer in my collection currently, and the starting weight for this is 3.329. I'm setting my initial goal here to just hit pan. This is a huge product. It is, let's see, the net weight is 1 ounce or 30 grams is what you're getting. So this is a huge bronzer, and while I think I have made really great progress, this is one that I would really love to see used up. It's a very expensive product. I really do enjoy it, and cream bronzer is something that I am historically good at finishing up. I usually can finish multiple a year. I finished 5 last year, I finished 2 the year before, and 3 the year before that. So while this does have a lot of product, I do think I could be up to the challenge. That being said, my goal right now is to just hit pan in this, but depending on how long that takes and how I'm feeling, I would like to potentially try and finish it, but I don't want to start out being like, I want to finish this product and then we get to summer and I still don't have pan in this. I just think that would be really discouraging. So we're going to start with the goal to hit pan. You guys know the weight. I haven't used this yet because I haven't shopped my stash as I'm filming this. So this is one that it will be rotating in, and this is what it looks like. So cheers to pan, baby. Next up, nobody is shocked by this, and you're probably tired of seeing it. It's the MAC Go Play Blush in the shade Blush Please. If you're new here, it's been deposited into this because my packaging actually broke. So I put it into this face palette, and it's actually helped me use it a lot because I typically have other products in here. But as of now, I do not, but I will be rotating other products in. But this is what it is looking like currently. I took the weight of it, even though as I add other products, it's going to be difficult to track that weight. But also if I empty other things before I empty this, we will be able to see a weight. So I took the weight just in case, and this is 3.068 ounces starting off. And I have pictures like dating back from when I started really focusing on this. And I'm really excited to track the usage because these Glow Play blushes are no small feat. I have finished one before, and it took like 2 years. And last year I wanted to finish this, but if I'm being honest with myself, the effort was kind of half-assed. So I didn't finish it, but I have made, might not look like it, but I have made good progress. Like it was bubbling over. Now it is flush with the packaging. And this is one that, this is my oldest blush. It has got to go this year. I believe I purchased this in 2021 or 2022. So this is like at the forefront of the must finish category. So yeah, this is in my project pan for sure. Next up is a primer, and it is the Smashbox Anti-Redness Primer. I really do enjoy this. Right now I have a product that I definitely like a little bit more, but it's like an anti-redness tint situation, so they're not the same. But I haven't like reached for this as much because I'm always reaching for that. And the expiration date on this, they actually put is 24 months. And so it will be technically expired, I believe, in April. So I want to give this a really good effort because I have sensitive skin, and when things do expire, I usually get reactions, so I will know when it is no longer good. I did use this the other day just to make sure it was still feeling okay, and I do feel like the formula is starting to change a little bit. it didn't blend into the skin as effortlessly as it has before. So I'm setting this with a goal to empty. However, I don't know if we will get there before its life runs out. So I definitely weighed this one, and the starting weight is 1.419. I wanted to get a weight because even if I do end up having to declutter it due to expiration, at least we'll be able to see how much I was able to use up before that point. So yeah, this is gonna be another main contender that I wanna use up. Next is a product from Tower 28. It is their lip liner in the shade Fill Me In. This is already like pretty small, you can see. Well over halfway through it. I do enjoy this. It pulls a little warm on me sometimes, which I don't love. So I wouldn't repurchase this shade, but I do like the formula. I have multiple other liners from this line. And since it is like so, it's definitely my lip liner with the most progress on it right now. I think this would be an easy one to free up some room in my collection. So that is essentially why I wanted to rotate it in. And this one has a starting weight of 0.047 ounces. And I'm hopeful that we can finish this in like 2 to 3 months. I'm not gonna like force myself to use it because I think I can easily empty it this year. But I also don't want to drag it out the whole year. So it's one of those where I'm just like gonna keep it out forefront, be mindful to use it type of things. But yeah. The next product is a favorite product, which is why I'm rotating it in. It is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Lilac Quartz Multichrome Liner. This product is just stunning. And I've used it a lot, but I still think there's quite a bit of product in there. It is just the most gorgeous inner corner pop or on the eyebrow pop. Friggin' stunning. And I've seen a lot of people like theirs is drying out and whatnot, which is why I want to rotate it in, because I want to use this up. I want to make sure I use it all before it expires. And somehow I've already had it almost 2 years. I don't know how that happens with some products. I'm like, how have I already had you this long? You don't feel that old to me. So yeah, that's why I wanted to rotate this in. And the starting weight for this product is 0.129 ounces. And I don't know, I mean, I feel like it's still gonna take a long time to use because I did roll it up and there's like that much product left. There is so much product in here. I don't want to roll it up again just because like I'm so worried. It's like fragile. I just don't want it to break or anything. Like I don't want to waste this one. I really love it. So I think that this will be a long haul product, but that's okay. I really just want to get my use out of it. Next up is the Milk Makeup Blush in the shade Work. This is a mini. And I honestly, this is one that I'm rotating in because it's a gimme product, right? Like, look at that. There is not much left in this. And not only is it a gimme product to really keep that motivation up, but it's also a way that I can easily downsize my inventory and collection numbers while also using up something I like and making sure that it's like not getting lost in my collection and not used. So that's what's really nice about minis, is that like it's more attainable to empty them in a shorter amount of time. But yeah, I really do love this product. I'm wearing it today. I think it is very beautiful. So I wanted to rotate this in to finish it up. And the starting weight for this one is 0.259 ounces. And honestly, it's been in my Shop My Stash and I've used a lot of it. I think that this is one that I could finish in 20 uses or less. Right now I have 1 use on it, but I think this is a 20 use or less. And I don't think that these go very far down into there, but we'll see. I don't know. I think this is one, like I said, 20 uses or less. So I'm thinking January, February, we'll be able to empty this. I also decided to rotate in the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. I have the shade 0, and I was kind of on the fence about this one because I was like, I enjoy it. I don't necessarily feel like I'm, needing to finish it up or like wanting to finish it up. But then I was like doing some reflecting just on like the shade of it, shelf life, all of that stuff. And this has, what does it have? This has a 12-month shelf life. And I've had other glowy products like this that do expire right around their shelf life. So I am worried about that for one. Two, it was expensive. So I really want to try and get my use out of it. Three, this little pumper here broke, which really just pisses me off. But because of all of that and the fact that like I can't use this in the summer, it's a very winter shade for me. I don't think that this product would last until, you know, January of 2026. I think it will expire before then because it'll be around that 2-year mark. So I think I should focus on it now and try to go ahead and finish it up while it is my shade and while it is still good. So the starting weight for this one is 4.906 ounces. And like this packaging is heavy as fuck. So I know a lot of that is like packaging, but still nice to kind of have a marker of where we're at and where we're gonna finish. But yeah, this is one I'm excited to finish up. I really love the packaging, except for now that it's broken, but I really loved how weighted it was and stuff. You really got the whole luxury experience with this product, which I really liked, which is why I don't want to use it up, because I'm like, I just feel so special when I use it. But yeah, it just one that I don't want to expire, so it's gonna be trying to empty that this year. Next up, I have two, and they are the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. Oh wait, here we go. I got this one wrong. The Easy Bake Setting Powders. I picked the shades Cherry Blossom Cake and Pound Cake. The Pound Cake one is actually the oldest one open in my collection. I finished 2 of these powders in 2024. This one was opened in 2022, I believe. So I want to use it. It's one that I actively use. And this is the starting line. This is the product that I was like, it's very clear to see progress. So I didn't weigh it, but if you guys want to see weights and think they would be helpful, let me know and I will begin weighing it, because it's not like I'm going to finish this in a month. So this will probably take all year if I had to guess, or the majority of the year. So I have this shade in, and then I also have the shade Cherry Blossom Cake, which I just got this one. Look, you can already see I'm making progress just from when I rolled this in. But I did get this one last year in 2022. This is one of those products that I'm like, you know I will finish it this year, but I want to rotate it in just because, one, it's exciting to see empty products in a project pan. And two, it's one that I love and want to use up. I actually already have backups of this, so just to be mindful to continue using it kind of thing. But yeah, so this is where the starting lines are for these two. Already making great progress on this one. I actually think that this one might only be 1 or 2 months before we have that empty going on. And this one, like I said, I think will take the majority of the year. But yeah, these are going in. Next up is the Charlotte Tilbury Setting Mist. This is another product I didn't weigh because it's very easily able to see progress. We can mark it very clearly. And I don't think this will last longer than 2 months. So I think we're on the in and out with this, so I didn't weigh it, but essentially this is what was my last setting spray in my collection, but then I got a couple for Christmas, and I'm not going to try those until this is empty. I'm not going to let myself open them just because this is my oldest setting spray, has a 12-month shelf life, and I got this like last spring, so I really want to make sure that I use it all up. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I get something new, I stop using the old thing and then it sits around. So I don't want to like open up one of my new setting sprays and be completely in love with it and then just forget to use my one that's, coming up on its shelf life. So this is one that I'm going to continually be working on this year. Hopefully only for like a month or two. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think a month or two, especially now that it's dry as heck here. Like, I'm so dried out that I'm just like, by the time it comes to my setting spray step, I'm like, God, give me the moisture. So I definitely think that this is doable. The next product, which is not necessarily makeup, this project is very makeup heavy, but I'm also going to be rotating in some other beauty products that I want to finish or are close to being done, and I just want a more formal place to work on them. So the next one is the Laneige sleeping mask, and this was the cotton candy flavored. This tasted more like berry to me. It wasn't giving cotton candy. This is what is left, which you might think, oh, that's not really a lot, but these personally last forever for me. Like, I can use one for almost a whole year, if not easily a whole year. And I have another vanilla one, and then I have some other lip masks also. So I really am like, I need to wrap this one up because it's my oldest one. The other ones aren't empty yet, but aren't open yet, but this one's open, and so I want to get it used up. The starting weight for this product is 1.402, and I'm honestly hoping that I can empty this in 2 months. If I could do it sooner, that would be amazing, but being realistic, I'm thinking about 2-ish months for this product, and I've enjoyed it. I like these masks, but I'm excited to be able to enjoy a different flavor. Next up is my e.l.f. Brow Lift Instant Brow Lift Pencil in the shade Deep Brown. I'm rotating this in because it's like not my perfect shade. I do think it looks good, but it's a little bit too deep. My cousin had given me like 4 of these because they didn't work for her, and I feel like I can pull them off, and I love this formula. So I was like, yes, I will take them off your hands. She did that last spring, and I've used up 2 of them, but I have this one and 1 more left. So when I finish this, I'm gonna rotate in the other one. But this is one that I will use, but I do have other brow products, so I want to be sure that I'm being mindful to use this product. I actually don't have much left in this pencil. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to empty it by the end of January so that we can rotate in the other pencil in this shade. But the starting weight is 0.222 ounces for this pencil, and I think I've used it 3 times since I took that. But yeah, like I said, I really think that we'll be able to empty this one up this month, hopefully, so that we can roll it out and roll the next one in, because I have open my preferred shade of this pencil, which is neutral brown, and this one is like more freshly open just because I was wanting to like rotate a little bit. And then I have a one from Benefit that it's like a completely different formula and situation. And then I also got one from Glossier for Christmas that I want to try out. But before I try it out, I really want to finish these up. So that's why this is in here. Next up is a product that I was working on, trying to finish this up in 2024, but I just didn't quite make it. I started working on it more consistently in October, but it just wasn't enough time to finish it. It is the Unrefined R&R Scalp Serum, and this was like a product that we got in Ipsy sometime last year. I believe it was last year, but I've had it open for a while, and I don't know. I feel like it's like down in here. This packaging is very heavy and weighted though, so it's like hard to tell, and obviously it's opaque, so I can't see in. So I did take the weight, and the starting weight is 5.2 ounces. And this is something that, like, I don't know, I like stuff like this, but it's just like hard for me to use it because I only wash my hair every few days. So to put something like this in is like, you know, it has to be a hair wash day, but I usually wash my hair at night. So it's just like a whole thing. And I have like one other scalp treatment that I would like to use up this year as well. So this one, it's been open now for, I don't know, I would say at least 6 months. So I really want to just continue putting in the effort to use it and be mindful to use it. And hopefully I can finish this up in like 2 to 3 months. The next two products and the last two products are going to be fragrance. I went through my fragrance inventory and really just looked at, okay, what are my oldest ones that we really need to start moving out of my collection now that we're into 2025, because fragrance also expires. Like, it does not last forever. I know people keep it forever, but there are a lot of telltale signs that indicate when a fragrance is expired. So I have some older ones that I would love to finish this year because I do like them. I want to use them, and fragrance is so expensive. So I want to essentially empty everything that I purchased in 2022. And last year I was able to empty everything I purchased in 2021, which was really exciting. So I want to keep that momentum up with finishing some of these older perfumes. That being said, let's just get into the two I'm starting with. Both of these have immaculate dents. The first one is from Michael Kors. It is Wanderlust. And like I said, this has a great dent in it. Like, we have less than half to go. I would say we're working on like the last third of it. That might be easier to see. But there's not a ton left here. And I'm thankfully really loving this fragrance right now. So it's made it very easy to use. I'm someone that is very seasonal with fragrance. So there are ones I like to use in the dead of winter, the fall, the summer, the spring. I very much rotate. I like variety. So right now, from the ones on my 2022 list, I pulled those, but I pulled the ones that are complementing the current season, and that is the Michael Kors Wanderlust. It's really great this time of year, and I don't think that it would make it to another winter. So I want to use this up. The starting weight is 7.009, and I would love to have this finished up by the end of February, which you might be like, you could do that way sooner. Maybe, but I don't want to force myself to use it every day to the point where I'm like hate panning it. I just don't want to do that because I love this scent, so I don't want to hate it. And I also want to be able to have the freedom to use other fragrances that I love during this time of year. I don't want to neglect other fragrances because I'm focusing on one or two. I don't want to. So hopefully I think I can finish this by like February, the end of February, somewhere in there. But yeah, love this one. And then lastly, which this is what prompted me to pull in some fragrances because I think that this one is starting to expire. It is Coffee Break from Replica. I had this since late 2022, or no, was it? I believe it was. It was cold in 2022. And anyways, the shade of the perfume is just a lot lighter than it used to be, and I don't think it smells the same as it did. It still smells good, but I think the formula is starting to change, is what I'm saying, because it's getting older. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I need to pull forward all these 22 ones, and I need to start working on them. The starting weight for this product is 7.829. And as you can see, we have very, very little left of this. So I would love to see this one all the way through and be able to finish it, because this is a expensive perfume. So I don't want to waste any of it. And I definitely think it's something I can finish. It's just like getting to that point where like I said, it's not smelling like it used to, so it's getting a little bit harder to use, which is why I haven't been able to just like power through it. But I'm being mindful to wear it at least 1 or 2 times a week. And hopefully I would love to see this gone by the end of February, beginning of March. I've loved it. I've enjoyed it. It was an all-time favorite for like the longest time, but now I think like my scent profile just changed a little bit and I prefer some different things now. So I want to finish this up before it just completely is not it for me. There is so little left. I would just really hate to waste it. And last year I emptied 9 fragrances, I believe. That was between full size and travel size, so they weren't all full sizes, but I would really love to keep a similar pace this year in terms of emptying fragrances, because I do have a lot of them. So I want to make sure I'm just kind of staying on top of that a little bit. So this is another product that will be heavily worked on. So yeah, that is all of the products that I'm going to be starting on in my 2025 project pan. We are starting with 16 products, which I realize is a lot, but like I said, we do have some gimme products in there. We have some things in different categories, so it's not all, you know, coming down on the makeup related stuff. And as we move through the year, when I empty something, I may not always rotate something in, but as we use other products, I may rotate like multiple things in. We'll just see what's getting close to empty, what is, you know, needing to be emptied, that kind of thing as we go. But overall, I'm just really excited to see what some of these products look like in terms of like how many more uses to empty. Like, I feel like it will be very interesting to see some of that data come through in terms of weights, usage, timeline, stuff like that, which I'll insert here right now. This is like the current graph I have going, and it just has the product that I'm working on. And then in that next category there, you'll see I have the usage. So that's where I'm going to track total usage. I'm not going to restart it, I don't think, at the beginning of every month. I guess I could do a current usage, monthly usage, and then a total usage. Let me know in the comments right now if you'd be interested in seeing a monthly usage category and a total usage category. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments and I'll add that category. But if you don't really care, then I'm not going to worry about tracking it and doing the math. The next the next category is current weight, which is empty. But when we do this update in February, I will weigh the products again and we will see what their current weight is at. And then the next category is rolled in. So it shows when I rolled these products in. And then the next category is start weight, beginning weight. So this is where I have all the initial weights of these products so that we can see, you know, after some of the more long lasting products that take months to empty, we can see where we started and where we are now. And I think that that progress will be really satisfying. And then I also created a roll out category because I want to date when I roll something out, and then I will actually move it to the bottom. That way we can reference it at the end of the year. Like, this was what was in my project pan and what we were able to finish up through a project pan. I just think that could be something fun and exciting. So I wanted to do that as well this year. But yeah, that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Open to feedback. Want to know what you're panning this year, any big goals, any must finishes. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, my channel is kind of shifting more toward just project panning and shopping my stash with like the occasional get ready with me's, talking about reviews, but I'm really just trying to not consume as much this year. So there's not going to be like a lot of new makeup content, which if you've been here, you probably noticed that was kind of drifting off anyways. But yeah, I'm done rambling. I'm going to stop now. I'm just so excited. But yeah, I hope you guys have an incredible day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.